Good morning, everybody. How's everybody on this Wednesday morning? Excuse me. So Jules, hope you are going to feel better later. I know what migraines are like. Next door, renovating, massive hurricane. Yeah, boy, we had some storms here yesterday too. It was really bad. You can always watch the replay and follow up if you'd like. But yeah, definitely be well today. Hello, Mel. How are you? Hey, Steven. How's it going? JRKR 1964. Good morning. Myra. Hello, Myra. So, good morning, everybody. Hello, JJ. How are you? Whoops. That jumped. Good morning, JJ. The good bit of storms kept the temperature down yesterday. Yeah, they did. Yep. It's been, I don't know. I went for coffee this morning, as you can tell, and it's kind of like it wants to rain. It's not raining. It wants to rain. So I don't know. It's supposed to rain today really bad. Hey, JJ, I was going to ask if you have any upcoming slots available. For myself, I would be interested if you're interested. Adam Hartman, what's happening? Gonna listen while scrambling some eggs. Nice. Well, today we're gonna go over. Yesterday, we went over eBay and Mercari, getting some offers out there and sending some offers out. And I don't know what happened. I didn't touch it after the show yesterday. I packed the 2 orders I had to pack. But all of a sudden, man, it's like, offer. So we're going to go through that. I just put my email in. I'm going to go through that and show everybody, what we could do and how do we accept the offer and basically just how to keep the money coming in. YouTube just removed a comment from one of my videos. It was foreign language, but was respectful. I dislike they do that. Check on your options, your settings. You may have it set very high, security set very high. You can adjust that. You can just accept every comment. But yeah, just check that. It might be just as easy as in your settings, Myra, or buying space. So I'm just going to wait for a few more people. Once again, Facebook advertising is great because I have just as many. I have one more people two more now on Facebook than we do on YouTube. Hello, Pam. Good morning. Nice to see people come in that are interested in building their business, online reselling. And yes, if you just hit the link, come over to, there you go. Come over to YouTube and you'll be able to chat along because when I do this, everybody can see it on YouTube. When sorry, the landscapers just showed up. When you send something, I have to click on it. So what's happening with everybody today? Half the week gone already. Will do. Thank you. You can call me Myra. Everyone can call me Myra. It's a false rumor. I want to be called buying space. Will do. Thank you. You can call me Myra. Everyone can call me Myra. It's a false rumor. I want to be called buying space. All right. So let's I really like your new format. Thank you, Pam. Yeah, I want to get back to business stuff. I'll probably go back to 10 o'clock starting next week. I'm not sure. I don't like interrupting with Johnny's show. I mean, I do it for a half hour here, but because I'm only on for an hour, but I may go back on at 10. I'm just not sure yet. A lot of people do like the early morning. And my philosophy is the stuff that I do, the stuff that I'm showing people to do, get it done early in the morning and be done with it. List 1 or 2 items. And now, great. As long as you list a couple of items a day, that keeps the so-called algorithm moving in your favor. Hello, Stitch It. Good morning. And then I don't know if tomorrow I'll do it. A lot of people have been asking about sourcing online. I did a video about how to source online, and I spoke about it yesterday at yesterday's show. You know, just out of the comfort of your home. There's the link. Exactly. I like to get it done so I can get on with my day. Exactly. You do what I call time blocking. Do some time blocking throughout the day for an hour. Get your online business going. You know, you work on your business, in your business, do whatever you got to do. And then the rest of the day, you could source, you could do online sourcing, you can answer your emails. How many people in the morning, soon as they wake up, they grab the phone and start looking at their text messages and emails? I'm sure we all know several people that do that. If you start that first thing in the morning, you never stop. It just keeps going and going and going. So if you treat this like a business, you set your goals, you set your time. Okay, I'm going to answer my emails. Maybe I'm going to have a light lunch. So I'll answer my emails between 12 and 1 while I'm doing lunch. First thing should be, like Lisa just said here, first thing to do is, see what you have to do for shipping. Definitely. Yes, I check eBay first and go through everything while drinking my coffee. Yep. But, you know, if you start answering emails and text messages and stuff, you'll never put the phone down. It'll just go on and on and on. I do, and Facebook Messenger and YouTube notices for comments. Yep. So, okay. Let's go through. Yeah, yesterday, Lisa, mine just kept ringing and ringing and ringing. I don't know why all of a sudden. Let's just let's start with eBay today. Share the screen. This is the screen. What do you mean? Sharing screen was canceled. Make sure you share the screen. Share it. Share. Don't give me any crap this morning. All right. So this is eBay, as you could tell. Let's see. And all you got to do is click on the bell. Don't even click. Just hover over it. So I sold a pop. One of these. These, as you know, I listed a couple of days ago. They just came in. So I sold that. Got to get that shipped out today, which is good. I sold this. Remember, I sent an offer yesterday on this, and the person responded and bought it. So that's cool. So that was one of the offers we sent yesterday. This is respond to offer. Buy it now, price $10.99, offer amount $8. So let's accept this because I'm good with $8. So we did that. Respond to offer. Cheek to cheek CD. Offer amount 50 cents less. Yeah, no problem. Whoops, I don't want to counter. But 50 cents less. I'd be a fool not to take it. So sold, awaiting payment, sold, awaiting shipments, paid. I just did that one. Respond to offer. Lost most of my sales come in while I'm sleeping. Okay. 750. Yeah, definitely. CDs are a no-brainer. They go in a padded envelope, 6x7, 6x9. You flap it over, 6x7. I put a piece of cardboard on both sides to protect it even more. 6 ounces. No brainer right there. The sold. I just sent that one. Excuse me. Star Wars 1994, $1 less. Accept the offer. Definitely. Respond to offer. Is this the same book? If I do this and it's the same book, it won't let me do it. Nope, just look like the same book. So did that. Respond to offer. Topps Publishing. Paul, how many items do you have in your store? It's down to 377 minus what I'm selling right now. I've been selling as many CDs as DVDs lately. At the most, I had 1,100 items in the store. Once again, a $1 difference. So yeah, I'm going to accept it. So sold. Now this one, I believe, just sold, right? Technical Journal. It looks the same. So I have to wait on that. Richard Wagner, CD. Offer amount 18. I'm at 25. No one else has put an offer in. I'm good with that. All right. I have an individual's account on eBay. Thought about opening a store, but others are giving up their stores because of fees. Should I just keep an individual account? Myra, go for the $7.95 store. The $7.95, I think it is. At least you still get the 200 free listings. You'll still get some benefits. You don't get any benefits from an individual. It's easier to list when you have a store, and the fees are not much different. I mean, I'm paying on the average 13.7% fees. I gave up a little bit on Amazon because the last items I sold came out to almost 23%, 22 point something percent. And I said, that's it. And then because some of them were magazines, like these old, I had comics up there. They wanted to charge me storage fee that was ridiculous. I said, how much space can 10 comic books take? 10 comic books probably that thick and 10 by 11. They wanted $20 a month or something for storage. That was ridiculous. So I said, no, I'm done with you guys. I'll do fulfilled by merchant if I'm going to do any at all, any Amazon at all. So I have 8 that's sold. Now you see this, for everybody that doesn't know. This is 3 items with the same buyer. Okay. If anybody else does that, let's see, this is Michael. Michael, he's right here. So if and he's right here. So he's obvious, and he's right here. This is Journal Forces number 3, Rebel Forces number 3, volume 1. The other one was volume 2. So he wants all 3. I don't blame him. And 12, definitely. He's buying all 3 books. Definitely. That's a no-brainer. So sell. I have been selling as many CDs. I have a bunch of CDs over there I got to do. CDs and DVDs, I'm telling you. There's unbelievable. They're unbelievably cheap. Thank you, Paul. Just eBay and Facebook for me. Just started to dabble. I have no store. I'm on managed payments, and I've been getting 250. Oh, okay, Lisa. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I thought you had to have at least a minimum store to get the 200 plus free listings. I've had a store now for 25 years, I think. I've kept my store since day one open. Morning gym, but they're always changing. So go back to orders, awaiting payment. I showed yesterday. Let's do this. Send invoice. And I know I shouldn't be showing the buyer. First class. Where are you getting that? And send invoice. Send another invoice. I have no store and I have 400 listings allowed, but 200 are free each month. All right. Thanks for coming in, Adam. Thank you. So send invoice. Now see the nice thing that it does? It combines everything that this person purchased into one invoice. The only real difference I can figure out is I can't run sales, which doesn't bug me. I can promote listings. Yeah, your marketing, you don't have any, and I can go through that. Let me just finish this one up first. So a book, a CD, a magazine, a book, Scholastic. Always give your people an option. Sometimes it's a gift and they want it faster. So, and I don't have the exact weight, so I'm going to guesstimate here. But medium male. And he's buying so much. Thank you for your purchases. Send invoice. Send another. Do I have another to send? Waiting for payment. Nope. So that's good. So that's everything that's sold. So that's my eBay. Let me do this. I know has been asking this now since the beginning. If anybody wants to come in, share your thoughts or comments or whatever, there's the link. I know if you want to just use your emoji, you could do that. All right. Oh, here's what I was going to show you too. So eBay. And I'm not going to list anything. Sold. Okay. So I'm not going to list anything, but I want to show. Let's go to this one. Edit. And Lisa and Adam, if you are still here, chime in on this. Do you have the custom? Now, the last time I went through a listing with somebody from beginning to end, they did not have a store. They did not have this section right here. Custom label SKU. Do either of you, since you do not have a store, do you have custom label SKU? Custom label SKU. Once again, let's just say this is a brand new item, okay? And I keep harping on this. The most important part of your title is the first 4 to 6 words. Sure, 2010 is not that important. Do not have that. I'm here. Yes, I have. Now, see, that's funny. Adam doesn't. Lisa does. They both do not have a store. The person that I showed did not have this either. So the reason the first 4 to 6 words are the most important is because statistics say 3/4 of the purchases made on Amazon, eBay, etc., are done on the cell phone. Cell phones are smaller screens. Way back when, we used to have to set up like 2 websites, one that was mobile ready and one that was ready for the desktop. So that's, you always want your most important words to be the first 4 to 6. Custom label SKU. This I mainly list on the phone, and I have that field when I list called custom SKU. Okay. What I do here is I put it in because we as listers, as sellers, are the only ones that can see this line. Okay. It doesn't come up when anybody looks at your listing. Rack 1, Michael Wheels. What he does is he adds his cost. So you could put anything you want. Rack 1, I'll show you why I do rack 1. When you sell something, it shows me right where it is. So rack 1, I got this estate. No, it wasn't an estate. Thrift store closing. If I could spell thrift, that would be nice. And I paid, let's say, $2. So where it is, where I got it, how much I paid. Go down. You don't have this. If you don't have a store, you don't have this section. These are all my categories in my store. So when somebody goes in my store, if they're looking for collectibles, they're looking and they're going to look at all the collectibles. So this could either go in collectibles or domestic toys. I'll put it under collectibles. UPCs and everything. They are new. Brand. New in box. I don't put much, especially when they're new. Fixed price. Let's do $8. I have 5 of them because I bought 4 or 5 cases. First class. This is going to go in a 9.6. And I know I should have did this before. I don't think I had the box, 7 ounces. I am boosting it, promoting it at only 1%. I promote everything at 1%. Update listing. So I don't know if you have promoted sales or discounts on your not having a store. But when you have a store, come on. You son of a gun. So I don't know if you're going to have all these statistics when you don't have a store. Shipping supplies, you can always buy, but you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna get your $25 or $50 coupon with that, with not having a store. This is where you set up your store. You could do subscriptions, which I've only got a couple of people, and I really haven't done anything with that. And that is basically, you could ask people, sign up for my e-newsletter, and I'll tell you when I get new stock in, and that brings people to your store. OptiSeller, item specific. You're not going to have, I promote listings after like a week or two listed. Well, that's okay, Lisa, but like yesterday, 2 days ago, I listed something. There was only 2 others listed, so I didn't promote that. And it depends on how much competition there is. If there is a lot of people selling the same item, I still promote it from day one, the beginning. See, I do it different than you do it. I'll promote my stuff for the first 1 to 3 weeks. If it hasn't moved by then I stop promoting it. What was I going to say? Promoted listings, time away. Yeah, I don't know if you could do that when you don't have a store. These used to be called vacation mode. Sellers you follow, seller dashboard, markdown manager. You're not going to have markdown manager. Markdown manager is very good. Markdown manager is if you want to run a sale, say the sale for the weekend or whatever. You're not going to have that if you don't have a store. But that's very good to have. What else was I thinking of? Oh, wait a minute. Selling. Marketing. You can't do this. You can't do coupons. There's my store. Edit profile. Edit store. Manage store categories. Where research, here it is. TerraPeak. You're not going to have free access to TerraPeak. Not that I use it a lot, but you're not going to have the free access to TerraPeak when you don't have a store. So there's a few things for the money. It's, I think it's worth it. Do they promote your listings more if you have a store than if you don't have a store? No, not really. But you got to weigh it out. You just got to weigh it out. So this is Mercari. As you know, I started to list on Mercari. And I'm still getting used to it. I'm not that used to it yet. Let me just see if I missed anything. I can never get above 100 listings. I list 4 or 5 a day. Usually I sell about the same number. That's great. That's to keep it rolling that way. No problem with that. For a $7 store, get the mainly list on the phone. Oh, I can't run sales. Okay. So, all right, that's fine. So what do we have here? Likes. Okay. My listings. Where am I now? As you know, I have a VA doing my my listings. So now I'm at 221. And I am going to be doing a show within the next 2 weeks with my VA and open that up to everybody. In progress, complete. So what's in progress? Awaiting rating from buyer, awaiting rating. So these are the ones I shipped and sold. Once the buyer gets it, then they can release your funds. Ready to list 84 items, ready to list. So got to list all these. Active, action required on 3. Oh yeah, these are the ones I have to do separately. It's like this is a CD and these are DVDs. So I have to do that. So my actives, if I go to actives, now yesterday we found out you can only do this once in a while. I want to separate these by the number of likes. And I tried to send an offer yesterday and it wouldn't let me. It says you can only do it, you can make an offer again in 5 hours, once every 3 days. So for me to find out, hey, January House, for me to find out which one, 5 hours, 5 hours. Okay. So every 3 days. So that kind of sucks that you can only do that. And I'm trying to find out what's maybe new. Maybe I don't remember sending something on that. I will check the chat again in a second. All right. So this is what I was able to do. If I sold that much, I would want to get way above 100. Hey, Lexi, how are you? Pensive. Just Kim. Hi, Just Kim. January House. Hello, hello. What do you sell, Lisa? I know people with 800 listings that have trouble getting a sale many days. Well, JRKR, like I said, on eBay, and I've proved it over and over again, the most important part of your title that'll get the stuff done is the first 4 to 6 words. If there's crap in the first 4 to 6 words, it's going to be hard. It'll be easier if you put the most important stuff there. That helps a lot. Just listed an item from my phone and I did not have a custom SKU option either. I would love that. Okay. Yeah, the custom SKU is good. And let me just go back really quick. Orders. This is when a custom SKU comes up. So I sold this fossil watch. All right. It's in box 12. So all I do is go to box 12, pull that out, go to a box and pack it up and go. This is in box 11. And that's how it works for me. And I don't know if you saw my video a week ago when I did, when I was in my eBay room and I did those unboxings, I showed the boxes behind me on the rack all numbered. That's how I keep track of all my inventory. I sell a lot of leather-bound and unique books. Oh, speaking about that, you all, and Lisa probably does this already. Book Sale Finder. Check out Book Sale Finder. I get this email once a week. In Orlando, on the 6th to the 7th, the public library is doing their book sale. And sales from all books add to the map. You could just do your map wherever you live. And I'm telling you, when the library does their sales, you can get a whole IKEA bag for like $5. Fill it, for $5. It's amazing. But this is a good site if you want to sell books. Definitely a good site. And the nice thing about it is, as you all know, a lot of the Scholastic and the college books and stuff like that, they will let those sell, and those get, I bought one for 50 cents at the sale we had here, and I think it sold it for $200. So very, very good. Sorry to get off on that one, on a tangent on that. So I don't know if I sent an offer on this. 24, let's go 20. Send offer. Doctor Who trucker cap brand new. Let's go 28. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Hey, Paul, thank you for your good information. Thanks for coming in, Misty's Treasure Chest. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to be lurking, making rosary. Wow. Thinking about setting up at a storefront for my jewelry. That's very cool. Just go edit on your computer after you do the listing and to add the custom SKU. Yeah, Adam, see if you have it on the desktop version. So this one I can't because 5 more hours. 7 Blu-ray. I know I sent that already. The Batman, did I send this? Yep. 4 more hours on that one. Fing Fang Foom, I sent already. That I sent. The Tony Stewart buckle, I don't think I sent. I didn't. So that's good. Fangoria Unchained. Horror magazines have been doing incredibly good lately. Of course, I just listed about 50 of them. Human Torch. 34. Nope, 5 more hours on that one. Walking Dead, I know I didn't send any offers on that. Whoa, wrong price. Oh, I did. Huh. Mr. Potato Head. I've been hearing things that they're going to change Mr. Potato Head's name. That's totally wrong. Leave things alone. Marilyn Han Solo. That's the mail away piece. Did not send an offer on that. I should warn you not to mention Doctor Who, the TARDIS, or any of the memorabilia on that line of my presence. I'm liable to go broke. Oh, it's just I bought some brand new hats from the company, and one of them was Doctor Who. I didn't know you were a fan. This one doesn't sound familiar. So it's not. Okay, good. Walking Dead, I just did. Fangoria. Star Wars villain poster, I did that. The Polaroid, I don't think I did. Nothing on the computer either. Huh. You can always call them, Adam. They're very good about that stuff. Sinatra, I made an offer on already. Milk, I made an offer on already. So anyway, there you go. You could see how easy it is to send offers to people. I think it's easier this way. Now, January House was here. I don't know if he's still here. I'm going back to eBay. Daytime, I'll make sure to swing by. They are allegedly just changing the name to Potato Head, giving you male and female parts. Crazy. Still here. So Mike was saying, Mike, you want to come in? I posted the link. Excuse me. Coffee's cold. I have 6 that I could send offers to. When I did this on Monday, there was 20-something. Yesterday, I think there was 12. And I know I still haven't done this yet. Yeah, I'm Hoovian and a disturbed one. Leave well enough alone. Just sell them in a bundle, you know. Let me see if Mike will come in. Because Mike was saying, you could do this as a bulk. And I guess that's all you do. I have not done it in bulk because I like to go through every one. I know what I paid for it. And like, I don't want to do that one anyway. And I set my own offers. Mike, would you like to come in and chat with us? Mike. Oh, Mike. What have you been selling on Mercari, Paul? Man, a little bit of everything. All right, Mike says give him a minute. A lot of horror magazines. Of course, I just listed, I think, 40 or 50 horror magazines, Fangoria and Starlogs. I have them all on my eBay store. Here's my eBay store. Here's the link to my eBay store. So I did put them all there. And then in the last week, I asked my VA, virtual assistant, can you please put all that I have on eBay into my Mercari? So he's been working on that for the last week. Last week I had 22 items, I think, on Mercari, and today I have 221. Domestic toys, comic book related. So Fangoria, DC Comics, a hardcover Batman book, Scholastic, a lot of Star Wars. Only 4. Why is there only 4, Paul? I don't know, because maybe you have some under here, under books. There's a whole set of TV guides that came out from 1999 for Star Wars. Scholastics. So yeah, a lot of them are here under books. See, this is another thing I like about having a store, is somebody goes to your store and then they say, well, hey, and here's Mike. And they say, hey, I see this guy has a lot of toys or whatever. Let's see what he has. I just want to see toys. I bought some good stuff from this guy already, gave me a good deal, and only one piece comes. There's something wrong I got going. Oh, action figures. So let me see what else he has, and we go from there. So hey, Mike, how are you?
Hey, Paul. Good to see you, buddy. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So you were, and like I said, I've never done it because I like to do them individually because I know how much every piece cost me and such.
Right.
But so you're at send offers. Now I have 6 I can send. This one I'm not doing because I keep forgetting to put the pictures back.
I heard you talking about it yesterday.
So how would you do it? You just do what I just did. You go on the top, you click them all.
Yep. And then I click that blue send offers button.
Yep.
And then I do a percentage like in that box there.
Yeah.
If you type in like 8%, just type in 8. And then on the right, you can see in green where the price will move to, right? So the black is the current price and the offer is in green, what you'd offer them. And you can tweak that, 8 to 10 to 12 or 15, whatever you want. You could go back and do like some at 8, some at 10, you know what I mean? You just click on which one.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
So even though you're doing bulk, you can still do just a couple at 8 and a couple at 2 or whatever.
Right. You would go back and just select the ones you want at maybe you have price points at like 5% discount, 10% discount that you're okay with, whatever the numbers are. And then you could just go back a screen, click the ones for 5%, whatever, highlight the ones for 5%, go to send offers, do 5%, and you'll see where the numbers takes you on the right. and it gives you a little message there, like an offer that the buyer will see in that next box underneath. I add a little bit to that box message as well. Like you can customize, you could take all that out and customize it however way you want. I just usually leave it and add a little bit. Hey, Pensive Jules, how are you?
All right. So then you just hit send.
Wait. Oh,
sorry.
That's all right. So there's one more box at the bottom of that you can check or not check, like leave check or uncheck it. It's the allow counter offers button.
Oh yeah. I don't like that.
That's fine. Yeah. Some people will allow you to, some people will say, okay, I'll go to 10. Why don't I send an offer at 8% or whatever? I'll go to 15. Why don't I start an offer at 10? Allow counter offers, and then if they counter back, depending on what they counter back with,
right,
you'd be good to go. So you can check or uncheck the allow counter offers button for those, and that's how I do it. It's just a little easier. Sometimes if I only have like one or two, items or whatever, I'll go in and do it manually. It's just, it's just a little easier to do it that way on the phone, maybe. I think the thing that, for everybody is there's a lot of different ways to do the same thing in eBay. So, like sending offers or even listing, you can create a listing from scratch. You could, sell similar from somebody else, you know what I mean? Right. Or whatever.
I think, so to just interrupt you there for a second, the main thing though is to get something listed. Right.
Always list every day. I mean, yep. When you're first starting out, it seems tough, whatever. I think until you get a routine, like you were saying the other day about doing things in the morning, right off the bat, you get a routine going, wake up, hit your computer, here's what I do. I wake up, I send offers right away. I do that offer thing first thing in the morning. Then I start packing items. So just in case one of those people accepts the offer, I can just add it to the items that I'm packing. I pack all my items and then I sit down at the computer, and before I start shipping stuff out, I'll go in and end and relist. Actually, I do. There's a debate about ending and relisting or ending and selling similar the items that are ending today. So every time you list an item, eBay has it on for whatever it is, 30 days or whatever. And then after the 30 days, eBay will automatically relist it. But there's a discussion in the reselling world about the algorithm, and you can kind of use the algorithm in your favor if you end the item before it's supposed to end that day, and then either relist it, which is easy, it's just really one click to relist it, or sell similar. And sell similar takes a few more clicks. But I feel like it does work, some of that older inventory that's been there for 30 days or longer or whatever. If you end it and relist it or end it and sell similar, tweak the title maybe a little bit, like you were saying with those first 5 keywords. Some of your items that you started earlier in your time as a reseller, maybe the keywords weren't so great. Maybe change the pictures even. I had clothing that I used to do like a flat lay on the floor before I got like a mannequin, whatever, yep. or higher up. So sometimes I'll change that if the pictures aren't great. Tweak the price a little bit, and I tweak it like maybe 50 cents up or down. You can tweak it up too. It's not like you have to always lower.
Right. I see.
Yeah. Tweak it up or down. Maybe change the shipping. Like when I do a lot of flat fee shipping.
Okay.
And, pricing has changed over time. The post office has increases, or I found a better method or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm better at it than I was before. Change the shipping, things like that help your listings in the algorithm. So I get that done, and then I start shipping the stuff out, getting the labels ready and getting everything packed up, take some pictures, and I'm off the list. And, some people think, 20 listings a day or whatever the number is out there, you don't always have to do that many. Or if you're going to try to do that many, maybe don't do them all at once, batch them, 5 or 7 in the morning.
Yep.
5 or 7 in the afternoon, maybe before you go to bed, you throw a couple up there. Next thing you know, you got 10, 12 listings, 15 listings for the day. You're not sitting locked into your computer all day doing it, because you're going to be out and about. Life happens, sourcing, something comes up.
Right.
You can leave it. You don't have to tweak it, or you don't have to do anything. There's a I don't know, what do you call it, Paul? A theory, everything's about the eBay algorithm, right? And everyone's
But
trying
there's
to.
so many theories what the algorithm really is.
Right.
That's the other thing. People say, well, if you promote it, that's the algorithm, and if you do this, that's the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
But Myra, I mean, you work on your business. I would go in minimum once a week and look at my listings.
Right.
How many people are watching it? How many people have looked at the page?
Mm-hmm.
And if there's like, and I did this just the other day, I listed, I think, all those new pops that came in. Most of them have 100 people that looked at the page. One only had 16.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, wow, what's wrong with this one? So I just changed the title around and I lowered the price by $1. And actually that's the one that sold overnight. So, but I put in, I think 3 or 4 of them.
Right. So the whole thing is to get as many eyeballs on your item as possible. And people do that, there's an algorithm. I mean, basically eBay is a search engine, right? If somebody's looking for an item, they're looking for this tape measure, there's 5,000 tape measures just like this one that you're selling on eBay, whatever the item is, a t-shirt, a video game, whatever, right?
Yeah.
How do you get yours up to the top so that no one's scrolling through, just like Google, right? When you Google something, very rarely do you go to the second or third page of Google, right? You take the first page and whatever's on there, usually click on, right? You're trying to get your item to the higher ranking in the search. You can do that with promotion, right? Where you pay eBay a percentage of your sale to get it up there. But also when the item ends, if you relist it or sell similar, it's like a new listing, right? And it moves it up in the search. You change the title a little bit. You change the pictures, maybe make it a little bit better. That's all we're talking about. Does it work 100% of the time? No. Does it work? How effective is it? No one really knows. It's just things that we're all trying to do as resellers to move our items up in the ranking, if you will, the search when somebody searches for the item. So
yeah. Basically, what do we have to do to get the item sold?
Right.
That's what it comes down to in a nutshell. What do we have to do? What do we have to say? Where do we have to put it? What do we have to put in the listing to get it sold?
Yep. And JRKR, that's fine. List right away. Whatever your, like I said, as long as your end goal is you're selling stuff, however you get there. I feel like whatever the algorithm is, the main thing for the algorithm is list. Always be listing every day. And even if you go on vacation or it's the weekend, save some drafts, get a draft or 2 ready. Save just even some pictures. Put some pictures in your phone. And even if you're on vacation, there's going to be downtime. You're going to be waiting for something or whatever, sitting on the couch or chair somewhere, whatever. Just pop on your phone, add a listing, put a listing, make it live or whatever. I think that's the biggest thing as far as the algorithm goes. The other stuff that we're doing, I'm sure helps, but I don't really know how much. Listing definitely helps.
Right, exactly. It's difficult to say, is it you trying to beat the algorithm or is it you're giving the algorithm what it wants?
Right. I don't, yeah. One half dozen and 6 of the other,
right.
whatever that saying is. I don't know. I'm just trying to stay active. Like somebody else just put a constant attention, show you're an active seller, right? You want that count. I have more than one eBay account. My other account is not really active that much at all. And it shows. I don't give it the attention. It's for a different reason that I have that other account. It's more of a buying account. So when I buy items, people don't see that I'm a reseller.
Right.
So much, right? So I have a few items listed there, and sometimes I list items that if I get in trouble with eBay, I'm not really worried if they, put me on suspension over there, whatever. Anyway, but that other account is a good example. I don't mess with it too much. I don't add too many items, and it definitely shows versus my main account.
And JRK, you absolutely can. You just, we call chunking.
Yeah.
You take a little piece at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Do the first 200 and then just keep going and going and going.
Or do it by category. You can do things by, clothing or whatever, whatever your categories are, and just chunk it that way, try. And you don't have to do 1,000 at a clip. You know what I mean? Like
do 100, do 200, whatever, do 50.
Put a goal in your thing, 5 a day, 10 a week, whatever it is, you know what I mean? And mess with them. I think if you just mess a little bit with it, you'll see some results. I mean, I don't know to what degree it works. Like I said, it's not 100%, but
right.
It does work. Move things around.
Yep. Lexi, I'm going to have my VA on, I believe, next week. We're working on it now. I'm going to let them offer up their service to everybody because it has worked for me. You don't know because I haven't seen you in a long time. When I had pulled all my listings from eBay, the last time we went home, I pulled everything because we didn't know when we were coming back. So 5-6 weeks later, I said, let me just pull them all down. So for the longest time, I was working with 20 to 30 listings. I got the VA, went through them, and within a week, 2 weeks, I was back up to 600 listings. So I'm going to offer that out to everybody. And it does work because the nice thing about the VA is I can have an item, right, brand new item or whatever, and I take pictures with the barcode, put in that's it. If I only want to just take the pictures, I take the pictures. If I want to give them information, I give them information, and then they do everything else. They source the price, and then I just have to accept it, yes or no. Same thing with my Mercari. And they'll put the listings everywhere. Mercari, Poshmark, excuse me, Shopify, eBay, Amazon, everywhere. Bonanza. Right now, I had them last week because I only told them 2 weeks ago, I says, take these 20 listings and also put them on Mercari. So they did that. It worked fine. And now you can see on Mercari a week later, I'm at 221. And I still have 84 add to stream. 221 active, and I still have 84 that they have ready for me to list.
Nice. Yeah, I'm interested in watching that video when you put that out too, Paul, or that live, however you're going to do it. I don't use the VA to cross post. I don't use the VA for anything, but I do use a service to help me cross post. So I'm interested to see how that. I mean, I have to do it though, but it helps. The service helps me with it. But
okay, no, Lexi, it is not.
Yeah,
it is not. And the reason I did it is because this is my. I don't know. I don't want to sound morbid, but this is my last business that I'm going to probably do. I mean, when I get home, I do want to open up a destination spot. I'm trying to work on some ideas for that. I'd like to do a bin store, actually, an Amazon pallet bin store. But for now, this is my final business. You cannot grow your business by yourself. Put it that way. You need help.
I think a good way to put it would be that the price is relative. When you look at your business, the price of whatever, you have to make it relative to your time. Your time is the most important thing that you have. And if you're by yourself, like I'm by myself, and I'm assuming Paul, aside from his VA, is by himself. If you look at how much you're selling, and then try to break it, your dollars per day, whatever it is, your sales, and break it down by your activities per day. And then you look and see, well, my listing time is X. And then if I have to cross post it to, 3 or 4 whatever, 2 or 3 other sites or however many, it's X plus 2 or X times 2 or 3 or whatever, if you're doing it manually, right? So, what's all that worth? Okay, you could probably figure, maybe not down to the penny, but you can get that time bank, money wise, assign some type of dollar value to it, and then you see, okay, if I paid a VA X or Y, and you can, there's nothing to say that on those other platforms you couldn't raise the price a little bit to cover the price of that VA's work. I mean, I sell.
You sell on Mercari?
I sell on Mercari, and I typically price it a little higher than eBay, and I sell it there on Mercari too.
I was blown away because I had an issue with Amazon FBA. I'm sorry, our resale royalty 74. Welcome and thank you for coming in, and good morning. My last couple of sales, Amazon FBA, were I think like 22%. And then I got this notice for comic books. They wanted to charge me 20 something dollars a month for storage fees. So I said, hey, you guys are crazy. I'm done. And then, well, you can't sell Legos. Well, why? You guys sell Legos. Well, it's a choking hazard, but you guys sell Legos. Well, that's because we're Amazon.
Right.
So anyway, if I'm going to do Amazon again, it'll be merchant fulfilled.
Yeah.
But Mercari is getting just as much money on their sales as Amazon is over eBay. I thought that was great. It was about time that someone else is beating, eBay to the punch, I guess you want to say.
Right. I really like Mercari. For me, and the items that I sell on there, and again, when you talk about views, you were talking about views on your item earlier, watchers and views. Go to Mercari, put the same item on eBay and the same item on Mercari, or the same item on Poshmark, or whatever it is. Etsy, maybe not Etsy, but whatever, Facebook, offer up. You can see, they all have view counters, and you can see what items getting more views where, and use that to your advantage a little bit. Say, okay, on this site, these type of items gets more views than eBay. Maybe if I cross post, I don't have to cross post all 1,000 items. But maybe the category like this and make sure these get on there because they're getting more views.
Right.
And I like the interaction more with the buyers on Mercari. I get more messages, more back and forth.
Exactly.
It's like a chat versus like an email. I mean, eBay messages is like an email basically. They send something and then it comes to your eBay. You know what I mean? It's not really like a chat. The Mercari's like a chat, and I've done real well with it. And
I do like the messages that, so and so liked your item.
Right.
You have a like on your item.
Right.
It's not like, man, I mean, if eBay had to do that, they'd go crazy probably. So many people like your item.
Right.
And
but
I like
there's some drawbacks, like we were doing yesterday with the sending the offers is a pain. But that's what I was trying to tell you yesterday about the you can send the offer, but it has to be 10% less than whatever so if you're $20, you got to be 16 for the offer or less, right? And then if you get a liker the next day or later in that day, you can't send out that same offer again, okay? Because you already sent it and you have to wait whatever.
Right, exactly.
3 days or whatever it is. But you can use the other button, Paul, the promote button, and just lower the price like $1 or whatever. Like
that's true.
And then they'll send a message to the likers as well, and it supposedly moves it up in the chat because it moves it up in the search because you're changing you're changing something about the item.
That's cool. I didn't know that. Like I said, I'm only 2 weeks into Mercari.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's doing great so far.
Yeah.
JEK, thanks for coming in.
Mm-hmm.
My brother sells mostly certain books. One he's for sure will make money. Bang for the bucks on Amazon and eBay. He knows where to sell and where not to sell it. Cool. And I don't know if you saw, he must know this site here, Book Sale Finder. This is like where all the libraries have their sale. And cheap books.
Yeah.
I've bought from a couple of locals. And like you could fill an IKEA bag for $5.
Right.
Come out with a few $100 worth of books.
Right. Yeah. So, it's just a process. Find yourself a process. I know, I think you're doing a good thing, Paul, by walking through some of these, basic, you could say basic, but a lot of resellers, can learn from this type of stuff, whether you've been doing it, 6 months or 6 years, you know what I mean? I think the main thing is have a process. Try to have a process. You wake up, you do this, then this, then this. Okay. And then you can see how that process is going. You can add things in here and there, as you see fit, or tweak things a little bit. But as long as you're listing and, keeping your stores active, I think that's where it's at. So.
Yep. That's what my goal is. I mean, I've always loved teaching. I've always loved the business. I guess I'm too much business. Maybe people say all the time. But
it's hard it's hard to turn it off, Paul. I mean, when you have your own business, I mean, I think about it constantly, all the time.
Yes.
And like to the point where, like, I do take breaks. I do, I'll go golfing or I'll just take a walk around.
Oh, you golf?
Yeah, I get out there and hit the ball. I don't know if you call it golfing, but
I've only been once. I've only been once.
I enjoy it because it's outside. The weather's nice. You're a little active, usually with a couple buddies and a couple, drinks, adult beverages. But like,
yeah, 7 o'clock in the morning, having a cigar and drinking beer. It's like, okay, just give me a coffee.
Right. But it does make you feel guilty a little bit. Like I should be doing this or I should be doing that. Or
yeah, very
I wonder,
true.
I wonder what's going on. Should I be outsourcing? Should I be home listing? Should I be packing something? You know what I mean? Or whatever. Like, but you have to take some time for yourself. You have to take a mental, try to check out. But it's easy to just get this. I'm that way too a lot. I'm thinking about it all the time.
Yeah. And now I haven't talked to you much. Like I've been in your chat a couple of times. I know you're busy.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with your antique booth?
You know what? Actually, so I just put out a new video about my antique booth. So for those in the chat that aren't familiar, I just started an antique booth. So just back up. I try to have multiple sources of income. I have a lot of items to sell. So I sell on eBay, Mercari. I cross post, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp. I have auctions on my channel. I have a new auction channel, and I opened a antique booth in October. I used to buy a lot of storage lockers, and that kind of shifted after the pandemic or during the pandemic. And then I went to live auctions, and I started buying big lots at live auctions, and only because like I'd see something on a table that I wanted, and nobody else was wanting the other 50 items. They'll do like half a table. If no one's bidding on the items, they'll say, okay, everything on this half of the table, start the bidding. So I would get the item that I wanted, but I'd get 15 other items that I maybe didn't want. And I was trying to find an outlet for some of these items that might not sell that well on eBay or locally or whatever. And Paul was talking at that time about an antique booth and stuff. So I opened an antique booth in October. It was good for the first couple months. And then I had this 2-month period where I wasn't making my rent and it wasn't doing so well for me. So, I made a video about that too, like documenting my antique booth failure is what I called it. And after that video, I got a lot of nice comments from people telling me, hey, you got to make sure you change your booth around. It's just like it's like the physical version of the eBay things that you're doing, of changing the title, listing the item. So in the antique booth setting, you go and move the items from one shelf to another shelf. Like physically, I moved shelves from one side of the booth to the other side, changed
to make it look fresh.
Yeah, made it look fresh. Took out some items, added some new items. You got to keep on top of it, And so that was in May. June was profitable. I'm not making thousands of dollars, but it was profitable. It was better. July was profitable. I doubled my my sales for June. So now it's August. So I just put that video out again and said, hey, things are back up again. Things are looking back up. And I'm sure it's like eBay or any other site where there's ups and downs. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that kill it every day in their antique booth and make hundreds and thousands of dollars, whatever it was. I was still learning, just like anything else, what sell, price points. It's a learning curve, for me at least. But one of the things that I found is moving things around, changing things, the pricing. So I'll be doing that again. So it's back up. Anyway, to answer your question, I just wanted to give a little background on that.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It's back on the up. If I can do 3 months, I'll call it a trend. Three profitable months is a trend, right? Two may be a fluke. So we'll see. But anyway,
that's very good.
Yeah,
very
it's
good.
Doing well. I'm going to go tomorrow and rearrange. Like the last time, the beginning of July, I spent like almost 3 hours, like 2.5 hours, moving things, repricing.
Yeah,
things,
I don't doubt it.
Physically taking a bookshelf and moving it from one side to the other, just to make it look different. Because they say when people walk in, if they see the same old, looks the same, they just keep right on going. They don't think you have anything new. Why would they stop? They looked already 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, a week ago, whatever. They're going to keep right on going.
That is very true.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep doing it just like I do the eBay stuff, where I end and relist or end and sell similar, tweak the price, tweak the picture. I mean, it has to help a little bit, right?
True. Very true. Let me just hit this JRKR. JR, like I said, I've only been on Mercari 2 weeks, but my listings, all I'm seeing here is select all and deactivate or delete. So yes, you can delete. I would probably just deactivate, because maybe then if you wanted to tweak it, change it, use it again, you can, where if you delete it, you won't be able to. And then DC Sells comes in. Hello, DC.
Hey,
Are you guys going to focus on seasonal items for your booths?
I mean, I try to as much as I can.
Excuse me.
I don't have a lot of fall or Halloween items. Halloween items, just FYI, usually sell pretty well on eBay also. You know what I mean? So some of that stuff just comes in and goes right out for me. I have more Christmas stuff, so I'll definitely be adding Christmas stuff. The thing that I think of, maybe this is just me, maybe the chat can give me their opinion, but if I walk into an antique booth and everybody has Christmas stuff because it's Christmas time, like November, whatever, leading up to Christmas, don't you kind of want to be the guy that has some different things in the booth too? Like maybe not all Christmas, you know what I mean? Maybe that's just me. I think, well, I don't want to have all Christmas like all these other people, I want to have maybe half Christmas or a quarter Christmas. I don't know.
And where I sell, I think like 75% of my booth is brand new items.
Right.
Because they didn't have a toy person in the mall, and they've had a lot of response for toy people.
Mm-hmm.
And I can go on the site and look and see what we sold every day. And so if this new toy comes out for Christmas or whatever,
sure.
I would probably stock it up. Like right now, we're already being solicited for stuff for February, which I hate. I'm going to be doing an unboxing probably sometime this afternoon before the swap meet. I finally got my Godzilla pieces in from Japan that were stuck on that ship that ran aground or whatever. And I can tell I'm allocated already because I ordered a case of each, and I know there's not a case of each in the box. So glad you guys are here for helpful info. I need to sell a bunch of stuff, mostly great clothes that don't fit my kids or I don't wear anymore. Too much of it. My hubby gets annoyed. Just start listing it.
Yeah, I think Facebook Marketplace is a good spot for kids' clothes. At least, like if you're I've had success with I have 3 kids. Just lot them up, by year or whatever. 5, whatever, boys 5, 6, or girls, whatever, 7, 8, whatever it is, and just put them in a lot and put a decent price on it, and you'll get good response. I think. I mean, versus trying to list it individually on eBay, or you could do a lot on eBay as well. You can do a lot on eBay. I think just locally, it's easier for people to come run by or meet somewhere and just pick up your stuff and get rid of it.
Right. Now we talked about Christmas a little bit earlier, but the blow molds.
Oh,
the Santa, the snowman. Those are big money for antique ones. There's a booth 2 down from me, full of blow molds. She's got Dracula. I think it's $350. It's 3.5 feet tall. She's got Frankenstein. I think that's $400. I think they're from the 70s. The paint is there, not fully, but it's there. But she must have 20 different blow molds on the average price of between $200 and $400.
Wow, craziness.
Yeah,
craziness. Yeah. It's interesting that you bring that up. So sometimes I read, like I'll go online and read different forums, or I'm in different groups on Facebook, and I'll just read some of the posts, and I like to read the comments from the people that answer the questions or give their opinion. I was reading on these blow molds, right, and someone was saying that they sell them in their antique booth or they sell them locally because they're too bulky and big to ship. They don't want to sell them on eBay, and like literally 5 or 6 different people commented that this is how they ship them. They sell them on eBay all the time. They make good money on eBay selling them. all they do, just get ready for this.
I can imagine.
They just wrap them in bubble wrap, not one layer. Okay, a couple layers, bubble wrap, right? Wrap it real good in bubble wrap, and then trash bag tight around it, label on it, and go. And more than one person, different people have said never had a problem, been selling them that way for years, no issues.
Yep. And
just a thought. And you know what? Like sometimes you got to look for other, you got to step out a little bit, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
If you don't sell, I don't know. If you don't sell pens, maybe you try and you find an ice fountain pen somewhere, you get a decent price on it. Why not try? You got to learn things, right? You got to try it. It sounds crazy, right? When you think about it at first, like you're going to ship that $200 blow mold in bubble wrap and a trash bag and just put a label on it. But
and the thing is that, right, the post office will get that out faster because they want to get it out of the office. They want to get it out of the back room because
it's a big, so bulky thing, right? Yeah, right. So I don't know. I know people talk about, they don't like selling big, bulky things, but
the problem is getting eyes on your items, foot traffic. You really need to amp up social media to promote your booth. True. I
don't do that, D. I should do that.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. Well, I have. I shouldn't say that. The antique mall that I'm at does a ton of social media. Mm-hmm. So the last time, before we got sick, I did a quick video, and one of the girls was working, and I says, "Hey, can I just do a quick interview with you? You could tell people about the place." And then I walked through. There was this enormous room with American Girl dolls. Mm-hmm. So, and I put that on their page and on my page. So they let me do that. But I plan to start doing some lives from my booth. The problem is it's an hour away from my house. Mm-hmm. And we've been sick the last 3 weeks. And, Saturday or Sunday was the first time we went in 3 weeks. And I felt really bad. Like you said, it's getting stale. It's getting stale. We need to move it around. I just got all these new pops that people are into. I got to put them out. So yeah, you got to work it.
You got to work it.
Got to work it.
And that's what you're doing with your eBay store or your Mercari store. You're tweaking things. You're adding things. You're moving things around. Hopefully in the results. Yep.
Happy birthday, Hot Mess Thrifter. Thanks for coming in.
Happy birthday. And hey, Pages.
Films and Plastics.
And Sandy. Hello, Sandy.
Sandy Kirk. Yep. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I know this is a new time for me.
Hit the thumbs up button for Paul.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Is it better to sell on eBay now as opposed to before, talking about their fees on such being lower now or more now? Fees are always going to go up, no matter what it is. Like, look at the post office fees are going up next month, right?
Yeah, end of this month.
End of this month. So I think the question should be, JEK, is it better to start selling on eBay now or keep waiting? Just do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think just my take would be, with this whole pandemic thing, coronavirus thing, it has changed the way people shop anymore. Okay. And you saw that last year, especially with the lockdowns when the stores were closed and people couldn't get out or didn't want to get out or didn't want to go to the store and buy something. And especially eBay specifically in the beginning, when the lockdown happened, Amazon was getting so busy with those orders that they pretty much prioritized the orders by, basic necessities, right? So like the other stuff got kind of pushed like shipping wise to the side. You could still order a video game and have it delivered, but it got pushed a little bit to somebody that was ordering, food and whatever, supplies.
Yeah, we couldn't send in toys at all.
So it went to those people that wanted those items still sought out another marketplace like eBay or Mercari, and I saw it. People saw it. They picked up a lot of new users, new eBay customers that hadn't been there before. That mentality even though the lockdowns are over, basically people can go out and buy things and go to the stores and shop. Still carried into a lot of people's minds, like, hey, I don't need to go to the Target, or I don't need to go to wherever, the mall or whatever it is. I can, I found eBay. I can make the guy an offer, probably, or girl, and I can get it less. Or I can get new stuff. A lot of these people are shipping, quickly, just as quick as Amazon. Even with the Prime, sometimes, maybe not 2 days, but 3 days. I mean, think about it. Do you really need it? Do you need a video game in 2 days, or could it be 3 days? It could be 3 days, right? So I think now's a great time. I mean, the fees and all that, like Paul said, are going to be there. They're going to go up. The post office is going to raise them. eBay's going to take a little bit more, whatever. You know what I mean? But I think the mentality that people are in now with buying online, from sellers online, is a good time to get in.
Right. And Hot Mess feels good to be 21 again.
For the second year. Wow,
right.
that's good.
Oh, I know. Just asking. I just want to make enough for selling to be worth it. The post office prices will always go up. That's a given. And I don't want that to hurt me selling. You, J.E., you're the only one that's going to know. Basically, it's going to come down, in my estimation, it's going to come down to when you buy.
Right.
Are you buying at the right price?
Right. You make your money when you buy the item, I believe.
Right.
I believe that's when you make your money. The rest of it is,
right. Are you paying too much for the item and you can't sell it because it's all about negotiation? If you're going to an estate sale, a yard sale, garage sale, whatever, you negotiate the best price you can. Say, well, listen, I can't pay $5 for that because they only sell for $7. And by the time I pay my fees, I can't make any money.
Right. Right.
You have to make sure you're buying at the right price, and then you're listing it at the right price.
Right. And sometimes it's a volume game. So you're not always going to buy something for $1 and sell it for $100. Sometimes you're going to have to pay $5 and sell it for $12, and your margin is 2-3%. But maybe you can find a high enough amount of those where the listing is easy. It's just one listing, quantity, ship out, easy. Boom, go. You raise it a little bit if you have to help with the shipping cost or whatever, and then supplement that with some other stuff. That's why we're always saying list, because sometimes it is a volume game. You're just moving stuff in and moving stuff out, and they're not all home runs. I know I posted too videos of me selling things for this and that, and oh yeah, it's great. Sometimes you're selling DVDs for $7.99. You know what I mean, or whatever, $8.99.
Right. I don't want buyers to be turned away seeing the prices that I would try to be reasonable with.
Yeah, I mean, I would, put best offer on or allow offers on these other sites, and then you're in control. You know what I mean? And like we said, when you buy it, maybe you have to just realize that you're buying it at a higher price than you need to be to make the money. And sometimes you just got to get rid of it. Sometimes you just got to get rid of it, move it out. Yeah. And get the money and use that money for inventory that you can make a better margin on, better profit.
Yeah, just turn your inventory. Right. Same thing as a restaurant. You got to turn the tables to make more money. Paige said it sounds weird, but since March, I've only been out of my house 15 times.
And that's a lot. That doesn't sound weird. I know a lot of people like that, or similar stories where people are like, "Hey, I'm not. If I don't have, now that I realize, like, the grocery store will bring me groceries, and whatever the household tissues and paper towels or whatever they have there, I can order stuff on Amazon or Target or Walmart or eBay, and it comes right to. I don't really have to leave. I don't have to go. And people are getting comfortable with that. With that mentality, and you hear the stories. There's a spike here. There's Massachusetts, Paul's old stomping grounds. There was a big spike over there. I'm sure those people, once they hear that big spike, are like, yeah, maybe we don't need to go out today.
Right. It's terrible here in Florida.
Right.
I know what most things will cost is why I won't buy much till it gets to where I know it's reasonable price.
And I think that there's different, outlets. Like, I was never a live auction guy. I was always a little nervous, to go to a live auction with the, the regulars or whatever, and not know, bidding and, man, I go all the time now,
Yeah.
and you
It's
have
addicting.
to step out a little bit. Check, there's online auctions, there's live in-person auctions. Some people might not want to go to a live one, but there's auction houses that are local that are online. You don't have to go there. You know what I mean?
And tomorrow, because a couple of people requested it earlier, tomorrow I'm going to focus the show on sourcing from the house. What do where can you source? And I'll do I think I'm going to do the unboxing today. I'm not sure, but two of the items that I bought, I sourced from a local auction that I bought online.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked them up yesterday afternoon. So a lot of, there's a lot of people that sell online to make money, to make their major part of their income because they can't get out of the house.
Right.
They're either disabled, they have a handicap or whatever, but they know that if they can get the thing from their computer and then resell it, that they can make an income.
Right. And just one more point on that. Don't be afraid to tell people what you do. If you're a reseller and you sell things, during the pandemic, because people knew what I did, they would contact me. Hey, look, we used to have a yard sale. We're not having a yard sale because of this pandemic. Everything's locked down, or I'm trying to clean out and make a couple extra bucks on the side, whatever. Would you be interested? And if they know you're a reseller and you've got cash and you're willing to buy, I mean, people will come to you with things sometimes where you don't even have to, I'm sure Paul will talk about a lot of cool ways to source from your home, but give people your number. I have a business card, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, just let people know. Don't be afraid to tell people, hey, this is what I do. If you ever have more of these, call me or text me or whatever. And
and basically that's just reverse prospecting.
Right.
I'm sure now Mike's in Pennsylvania, if you didn't know.
Oh yeah.
I'm in Central Florida. Every county, every area in the country has several, like here I have St. Cloud garage sales, Central Florida garage sales. There must be 50 different garage sale group pages on Facebook that I'm a member of. So if you make yourself an ad, and I'll show mine tomorrow, always buying comics, always buying old toys, always buying video games, and you ask the person that owns that group page, is it okay if I post this once a day, once every other day or whatever? And then you get people to start seeing it. Well, I'm going to post them having a garage sale, but then the stuff didn't sell. Well, let's call this person because he or she buys all this stuff.
Right.
And like Mike said, that's when they come to you with it.
Right.
And it's just reverse prospecting, basically. But live auctions is great.
I got to run.
All right. Thank you very much for coming in and sharing your knowledge with us too, Mike. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. Hit the thumbs up button for Paul. Great stuff. And I'll be back in the chat here in a minute.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Say bye.
Yeah. So don't forget, Mike, January House, he does an auction too. He did one last night. I think he does it Tuesdays, and we should have hit it before he left. Tuesdays and Sundays. Where I am, church sales are best. Yes, JEK. But we haven't had one here in a long time, over a year. It's probably because they don't want the crowds. But man, church sales, you can get stuff for a nickel or a dime. I'm sorry, the landscapers are still here. Yep, I've been to a few live auctions with my parents bidding on some stuff and go to some online auctions to see what's available. But the fee is what gets me. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I do local auctions. And there's some local auctions online ever since the pandemic hit. There's a couple of the local auction companies here that will only do them online. They still don't allow anybody in. And There's a third that I just won't go to anymore because they're at 18% buyer's premium. The average is between 10 and 13% that I found. 18% is just crazy ridiculous. She gets it. I don't know why or how, but I just won't do that anymore. I just won't shop with that anymore. And then you look, it's a woman. She had a Disney toy that I was interested in for my collection. And I think it went for $75. When you go on eBay, there were probably 10 listings there for $45 and $50. So you don't need to pay 18% buyer's premium on top of the bid. Plus, if you don't have your sales tax number registered with them, you got to pay sales tax. There you go. I wish I could find a reseller to go up my ad and give me a price and take what they want. Wow. That's cool. Yep, but here the churches welcome the crowds. Yeah, they still don't do it here. Truth about church sales. Once I was on vacation in New Jersey, went to a church sale. They had a bunch of hardcover and softcover books for 25 cents. The fees get too high for me. I won't bid. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt, because then it takes away all your profit. They're making a killing at 18%. They don't care if it sells or not. They're still making 18%. So what do they care? So any other questions before we end it? I've gone a little bit longer than usual. I was in a family home. Everybody, of course, my brothers left everything here. They're not interested in it, ready to downsize. Well, Sandy, I would just put I'll show you my ad tomorrow. Let me make myself a note for tomorrow's show. Sourcing from home. Show my ad. I did an ad for myself and I did one for my buddy because we buy the same stuff. He's in Massachusetts. I'm here. I haven't done too much with it. But if anybody else has any questions, comments, concerns, just put it in the chat. Let me know. When is your next auction? Tonight at 5 o'clock. Might be a quickie. Tonight at 5 o'clock. I think so far I have another flat that I got of die-cast cars. I have a couple of plush. I don't know if I will put out any of the new toys that that came in yesterday and today. There's another group of something I have coming in today. Like I said, I'm going to do probably do a couple of unboxings this afternoon before the auction. No, anytime, Mike. Anytime at all. Thank you very much for coming in. The word is downsize. Yes, I hear that, boy. I do hear that. Yeah, so today I'll be on at 5 with Swap Meet. It's every Wednesday at 5. I don't have any guest sellers today with me. If anybody's interested, let me know. Shout me out. Why does it do that? I hit something and the weather report comes up for some reason. I don't want the weather report. So that's it, everybody. If there's no more questions or anything, I am going to end it here. Once again, thank you, everybody, for coming in and spending some time with us here. Hopefully we gave you some good information. That's what I want the show to be about, helping everybody with their online selling. So with that, I will say ciao until this afternoon.